As my two partners pointed out, there are many changes that could be made to the current career planning programs in the United States in order to make them better. However, the opposition would argue that the current programs are good enough and need not be changed. Their argument's based on the fact that they see no real need for a career planning program in the United States. The money that it would cost to fund these programs is far too much, and college students would not take advantage of the programs given to them. According to the Washington Post, only 27% of students that graduate with a degree find a job in the field that they're majors in. The opposition would use this to argue that there's no real need for college career planning. They would say that if 27% of students use their major to find a job, what's the point in leading students to the right major? No matter the major that students have, they would just go off in a different field and find a job like the majority of other students. Now on to the money argument. According to the Census Bureau, there will be 19.7 million students enrolled in colleges across the nation next fall. The cost that it would have to fund programs for every student to help them plan for their career is far too much. And there's no way of knowing how this funding would come. The only two ways to make sure that this funding would be there would be to raise taxes or raise tuition rates at colleges. This would cause many problems because the residents living in the area do not want to pay for career planning programs for the students, and many students are already having issues with the current tuition rates, so raising them would just cause more problems in schools. Now on to the third point. Students would not use these programs even if they were available. To prove this point, I'm going to use myself as a personal example. I had no clue whether or not a college career planning program existed on the University of Kentucky. So I looked it up. On the University of Kentucky website, it says that a college career center is located on Rose Street across from the Singletary Center. This program helps students choose a correct major for them and even helps them find a job. Personally, I had no clue about this, and I'm sure many other students at the college also have no idea that this program even exists. However, even if we did know that this program exists, I highly doubt that many of us would take advantage of the service given to us. Many college students today are too overwhelmed with their studies, their extracurricular activities, their friends, and their social life to have time or to make time for programs like college planning. Many students would skip over this because they view it as something that they can do themselves or that they don't need help. So overall, the opposition would say that while improving career planning programs in the United States looks good on paper, there's no way to ensure that it would actually benefit the students in the United States, and the cost of improving them would be too much. Well, our group's counter-argument to that is that the New York Times states that students take an average of 6 years to graduate with a bachelor degree. That means that the average student takes 6 years to get a 4-year degree. The main cause for this 6-year delay is that students do not have the right major when they come into college, or after their second year, they change majors, which puts them behind. So, the argument on money of funding career planning programs is counteracted with the fact that a slight raise in tuition in order to fund these programs would save people money if you look at the fact that most students are paying for 2 extra years of college for a 4-year degree because they did not go through a program to help them choose the correct major. Also, if students were given the facts about how much money they can save, and if the career planning programs are made mandatory for a freshman student, there is a way to make sure that every student would go through the career planning opportunities. Overall, by looking through what my two partners said, and the fact that career planning opportunities would benefit most students in the United States, I find, and we find, that bettering the career planning opportunities and the career planning programs that the United States colleges offer currently is the best solution to help the current students of the United States choose the correct career path. Thank you, and good night.